Hey, good morning, Jet fans. How are you today? Tony the GM again. I started taking a harder look at Taylen Green. I had him as a first-round pick last year. I call out possibilities, and then now this year I'm taking a very deep dive in Taylen Green. Yesterday I made a video. A couple of days ago I made a video saying that he might not be a fit for the Jets because the Jets are impatient and might need a little work. I'm picking away at that. Currently, I have him rated in the 90s as a quarterback, and I'm not done with all his tape. He's a gamer. He is a gamer. He plans on going to the game and winning the game. He checks so many boxes for being a NFL quarterback, and people consistently miss. I went back to look at the Texas game, top defense in the country last year. You see, one interception, no touchdowns. Statistically might have struggled a little bit. That's not what happens when you look at the actual film. He had numerous very, very nice throws. His interception was a perfectly thrown touch pass between three defenders that hit the receiver squarely in the hands, and it bounced off his hands into a defender. This is why you don't watch box scores, guys. Now, the athleticism is unreal. He's playing high-end NFL talent, okay? In that level of college, there's a lot of high-end NFL defenders. A lot of them are going to be drafted into the NFL. And he belongs on the field with them. Athletically, he is, he checks every box. Arm strength. Now, what I was missing on the previous couple of days of film, watching basically every play of this year, is I didn't see a lot of downfield work, like in stride, goal, corner, post. Now, I like to make sure that they could hit the entire route tree before I give them total points, or more points. Now, if you look at his older film from Boise State, he has a lot of that, a lot of in-stride work down the field, which is a really good sign. Now, he might actually score a couple more points on lack of support. I don't think the Arkansas Razorbacks are helping him. Now, I look at all the interceptions from a quarterback. He had a 3-interception game this year. Very important you look at why and how come. He had one play when he had a receiver. He's making the throw, and the play got jumped from a secondary receiver. Going left to right, he was baited. Auburn, I believe, baited him. They knew what was going to happen. On another play in the same exact game, he had a out pattern or a sideline pattern where he's making the throw, but another receiver brought his actual defender into the area. Very poorly designed play. And the secondary defender, who was just covering his own man, ran right into an interception. Very bad scheme. His third interception was with a minute left. They're down by 9, so obviously he's in a hurry up. He's trying to force it. He slightly overthrew a ball. There's a lot to like about Taylen Green. A lot. I might be on the verge of saying a slight trade down, get more picks, and take Taylen Green. What I know now is that he's definitely better than Fields. He's better than Anthony Richardson. Some of the stuff that might be left that he's not checking the boxes might be because of his actual quarterback. I got to run it through, making the right read. Could you teach him to make the right reads? A little bit more of that. But one read and run, RPO, run, pass options. If you want to do this, he's the player to go to. I mean, if you could build around that and give him a couple of clean throws downfield a game, he'll hit them. So I'm still looking. I also saw some snow games in Boise State where he threw a touchdown field during the snow, which is a major plus. Now, if you go to Josh Allen and you go look, he had a lot of games in the snow, right? Wow, the water's beautiful. So, there's a lot that goes into quarterbacks, and I do put in the work. I'm going to continue watching every single game of every single quarterback that's left. Okay? My feelings are that the only number one quarterback, only first-round quarterback currently listed in all these mock drafts and by all these experts is Mendoza as a true first-round pick. Now, I'll tell you exactly. This is something that my way of actually looking at the quarterback. Again, I saw it yesterday. Somebody puts out a film on a quarterback trying to hype. He shows a touchdown pass. He shows a pass of a layered throw. The ball is a low trajectory, thrown one speed as hard as he can, about 27 yards for a touchdown. The throw matched the play. It was an accident. That's the only thing he does. He throws at one speed as hard as he can. He needed to throw it at that trajectory and as hard as he can on that particular play. Now, this is what fans do. They look, they find one play, and they say, oh, look at this. He could hit layered throws. That's not the case. Okay, he lacks the touch to hit layered throws. Doesn't have any on film. You could come up with the only throw that you find, and then say, "Oh, look, he could do it." That's not how it works. It's actually dangerous. Also showing a sideline 50-something yard throw right on the sideline. It's Zach Wilson. He needs a point to throw to. Okay, he needs a point. If you say throw it on the 40-yard line, right on the sideline, okay, 40 yards downfield, he'll hit it because he's throwing to a point. He can't hit a moving target. This isn't based on one play. Okay, I made a short a couple of days ago showing tape of 10 plays, one game. Okay, of him missing because he lacks arm talent. He lacks arm talent. He has zero arm talent. Every throw looks the same. But people are going to try to sell it to you. And this is what fans constantly buy. Okay? You could spin it. You could say whatever you want. I'm not being... It's on film. It's on film. I could take a YouTuber to the park, okay? Green Bean. Let's take Green Bean to the park. And get a football, get a couple of players, and have them throw a football around. And show you, make them make 100 throws the same play. and show you the 2 plays that he hit. He missed 98 of them. He could look like a phenomenal quarterback on the film I'm making. Don't buy it, guys. You did the same exact thing with Zach Wilson as Jet fans. I'm looking at the film and I'm like, didn't I see that already? You know, every time I'm looking at all these highlight films, didn't I see that throw already? Didn't I see that throw already? They showed you the same 4 throws over and over and over, and you guys are buying a hype. But you're not seeing. Okay, his tape was so bad, Zach Wilson, that in his first year or second year, he dropped back to pass. The NFL or someone in a hype department trying to make a film shows him throwing a ball and shows the end of the play with the receiver catching it and running in for the touchdown. Zach Wilson was so bad that they deleted the middle part of the play. Literally. And everybody's running for the hype. But then I'm looking and I'm saying, where's the play? I went to go back and look at the play. The receiver had the defender beat by 3-4 yards. Zach was supposed to lead him throw a touch. He badly underthrew the ball. The receiver stops. The corner keeps on running. He catches the ball. The receiver catches the ball, makes a move on the corner, and runs in for a touchdown. Go look at every time you watch a game, okay, and they highlight a player by shining the little circle on him and saying, watch this, with the light pointing out. They're selling them to you, guys. They're selling them to you. Don't fall for the hype. You're going to go through it all over again. They're going to bring them up there. They're going to show three plays from so-and-so quarterback and say, oh, wow. And then maybe the one they don't want to hype, they're going to show you 3 bad plays of that quarterback. That's how the system works. We can't go through this again. Now, let's get back to Taylen Green. He's checking off a ton of boxes. The heart is unreal. He made that interception. He threw that interception, and he actually looked at his receiver. You know, like okay, you know, cool. Don't worry about it. We got it. You know, like positive. You know, he showed a positive look. This kid plans on winning the game. Okay, I mean, he'll take you'll take 10 guys off the street, go to a game, and plan on winning the game. You want that in your quarterback. Okay, I believe he's coachable. I've listened to him speak. He puts team first consistently. He speaks he's humble. You know, they asked him what kind of quarterback, what do you envision? He says, I'd love to be somewhere between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. I'd love to be able to tank someone with Josh Allen. He wasn't selling himself. He says, I've been working on my body so I could do stuff like that. They're not selling him to you. Okay? This is all very important stuff. We can't make mistakes consistently. So far, NFL, Drew Aller's QB1, pick 1. Taylen Green is definitely a first-round pick. Definitely, without a doubt, a first-round pick talent. He might be, top 5 legit material. I'm not done. Definitely, if a team who needs a quarterback that could sit, wants to jump up, 12 to 18, definitely, great pick. Take care, guys. Enjoy. Still not done with him, by the way.